Imagine this. You walk into your local supermarket, grab a basket of groceries, head to the checkout counter, and instead of pulling out cash or a bank card, you simply pay with Picoin. Sounds futuristic, right? Well, Pioneer, that future is starting to take shape right now. What once sounded purely speculative is quickly becoming plausible reality as Pi Network gains traction across global markets. With its mobile-first infrastructure, decentralized ethos, and a rapidly expanding merchant ecosystem, Pi is positioning itself as a serious payment solution for physical retail environments. Now, I know what you're asking yourself. Will Pi Network really let me buy my groceries with crypto? When will I finally be able to walk into a supermarket and pay with Pi instead of cash or cards? Is Pi actually moving toward real-world use cases that matter? Well, you're in exactly the right place, because today I'm going to answer all of those burning questions. And trust me, the developments I'm about to share will absolutely blow your mind. In this story, we're diving deep into Pi Network's massive leap toward retail integration. I'll walk you through real evidence of merchants already accepting Pi, reveal the surprising countries leading this quiet revolution, and show you just how close we are to paying for our daily essentials with Picoin. But here's the kicker. What if I told you that it's not just supermarkets? I've uncovered exclusive insights about a car dealership that's already accepting full payments in Pi, plus some shocking numbers about merchant adoption that most pioneers don't even know exist. And by the end of this story, you'll understand exactly what all of this means for the future value of the Pi coins sitting in your wallet right now. Let's now greet and welcome PI pioneers from every continent on this beautiful planet. Whether you're watching from bustling cities in the United States, the vibrant markets of India, the growing economies of Nigeria, the innovative landscapes of the Philippines, or anywhere else in our incredible global Pi family, this moment belongs to all of us together. Right now, I want to see the true power of our worldwide Pi Network community. Drop a comment saying Pi Network to the moon, followed by your country name, to paint this comment section with the colors of every nation on Earth, and don't forget to smash subscribe button and ring notification if you haven't already, so you never miss an update. February 20th, 2025. Mark this date in your calendar because this is when everything changed for Pi Network. This wasn't just another update or announcement. This was the official launch of Pi Network's open network, transforming it from an enclosed system into a fully decentralized blockchain. What does this mean for you? Simple. Your Pi coins can now move freely. External wallets work, exchange listings are possible. The dream of using Pi in the real world just became reality. But here's what's even more exciting. We're not talking about theory anymore. We're talking about real merchants, real transactions, and real adoption happening right now across the globe. Let me share some numbers that will completely change how you think about Pi Network's progress. We're looking at a community of over 60 million users worldwide. That's bigger than the population of most countries. But here's the really impressive part. Over 19 million of these users have completed their KYC verification. These aren't just random accounts or bot farms. These are real, verified people ready to use Pi in their daily lives. Now, let me tell you about something that happened recently that proves Pi Network's retail potential is not just a dream. Let me share some numbers that will completely change how you think about Pi Network's progress. We're looking at a community of over 60 million users worldwide. That's bigger than the population of most countries. But here's the really impressive part. Over 19 million of these users have completed their KYC verification. These aren't just random accounts or bot farms. These are real, verified people ready to use Pi in their daily lives. Now, let me tell you about something that happened recently that proves Pi Network's retail potential is not just a dream. Picture this. You walk into a car dealership, pick out your dream car, and instead of financing or paying with traditional money, you simply transfer Pi coins. Sounds impossible? Well, it already happened. A BYD dealership in China made headlines by accepting full car purchases using Pi coins. We're not talking about a small purchase here. We're talking about buying an entire vehicle with cryptocurrency that millions of people can mine on their phones. This single transaction proved something incredibly important. Pi Network isn't just about small, everyday purchases. It's about major financial transactions that can replace traditional payment methods entirely. But the car dealership is just the beginning. Let me take you on a journey around the world to show you where Pi Network is making real waves. In South Korea, over 450 stores are now accepting Pi as payment. These aren't just online stores or crypto-friendly businesses. These are physical locations where people walk in, buy what they need, and pay with Pi coins. Here's something that might surprise you. In South Korea, the average valuation people are using for Pi transactions is around $24 per Pi coin. That's not an official exchange rate, but it shows the real-world value that merchants and customers are agreeing on. China, Vietnam, Thailand, and the United States are seeing rapid growth in merchant adoption. From small local businesses to larger retailers, the acceptance of Pi is spreading faster than most people realize. Let me tell you about an event that proved Pi Network's ecosystem is thriving. Pifest 2024 wasn't just a conference or meetup. It was a massive marketplace demonstration. Over 55,000 sellers participated, with 27,000 of them being active sellers across more than 160 countries. In just a few days, nearly 1 million Pi users participated in this ecosystem showcase. Think about what this means. Nearly 1 million people actively engaging with Pi's merchant ecosystem in a matter of days. This isn't theoretical adoption. This is real economic activity happening within Pi Network's infrastructure. Now, let's talk about why grocery stores and supermarkets represent the holy grail of cryptocurrency adoption. These businesses process millions of transactions daily, making them ideal testing grounds for crypto payments. Supermarkets need fast, reliable payment systems. Pi Network's mobile-first approach and instant settlement capabilities make it perfect for the checkout line. No more waiting for credit card authorizations or dealing with cash handling. For store owners, accepting Pi means lower transaction fees compared to traditional credit card processing. It also means access to millions of verified Pi users who are eager to spend their coins. Here's what makes Pi Network special for retail integration. The entire system was built mobile-first from day one. While other cryptocurrencies require complex hardware or technical knowledge, Pi works on any smartphone. The KYC verification system ensures that every transaction involves real, verified individuals. This gives merchants confidence and helps prevent fraud, something that's crucial for retail adoption. Pi Network's developer tools and SDK make it easy for businesses to integrate Picoin payments into their existing systems. Point-of-sale integration, inventory management, loyalty programs, all of this becomes possible with Pi's infrastructure. Let me paint a picture of what your grocery shopping experience could look like with Pi Network integration. Imagine walking into your local supermarket, filling your cart with everything you need for the week, and at checkout, simply scanning a QR code with your Pi wallet. The payment processes instantly with lower fees than credit cards, and you're done. No more worrying about carrying cash or having your credit card declined. No more waiting for authorization or dealing with payment processing delays. Just fast, secure, decentralized payments that you control completely. Now, I want to be completely honest with you about the challenges ahead. While the progress is exciting, widespread supermarket adoption faces some hurdles. Regulatory frameworks are still developing in many countries. Some governments, like those in China, Vietnam, and Thailand, have issued warnings about Pi coin. This creates uncertainty for large retailers considering adoption. Price stability remains important for retail use. While Pi has shown real-world value in various regions, consistent pricing mechanisms need to develop further for everyday grocery purchases. Technical integration on a massive scale requires time and testing. Point-of-sale systems need to be reliable, and staff need training. These are practical considerations that affect adoption speed. Now, I want to be completely honest with you about the challenges ahead. While the progress is exciting, widespread supermarket adoption faces some hurdles. Regulatory frameworks are still developing in many countries. Some governments, like those in China, Vietnam, and Thailand, have issued warnings about Picoin. This creates uncertainty for large retailers considering adoption. Price stability remains important for retail use. While Pi has shown real-world value in various regions, consistent pricing mechanisms need to develop further for everyday grocery purchases. Technical integration on a massive scale requires time and testing. Point-of-sale systems need to be reliable, and staff need training. These are practical considerations that affect adoption speed. Now, I want to be completely honest with you about the challenges ahead. While the progress is exciting, widespread supermarket adoption faces some hurdles. Regulatory frameworks are still developing in many countries. Some governments, like those in China, Vietnam, and Thailand, have issued warnings about Picoin. This creates uncertainty for large retailers considering adoption. Price stability remains important for retail use. While Pi has shown real-world value in various regions, consistent pricing mechanisms need to develop further for everyday grocery purchases. Technical integration on a massive scale requires time and testing. Point-of-sale systems need to be reliable, and staff need training. These are practical considerations that affect adoption speed. Here's what many people are missing about Pi Network's retail integration potential. Every merchant that starts accepting Pi creates real utility and demand for the cryptocurrency. When supermarkets begin pilot programs, they'll need to hold Pi inventory to make change and process refunds. This creates natural buying pressure on Pi coins. As more businesses accept Pi, the network effect kicks in. Consumers will want to hold Pi because they can actually use it. Businesses will want to accept it because their customers have it. Something exciting is happening in Pi Network's developer community. Programmers are building applications specifically for retail use cases. Point-of-sale systems that work with Pi Wallet, inventory management tools that integrate with Pi payments, loyalty programs that reward customers with Pi coins, payment analytics dashboards for merchants. These aren't just concepts, they're real applications being developed right now. The Pi browser and SDK provide everything developers need to create retail solutions. Different regions are leading Pi adoption in different ways. South Korea is showing strong merchant acceptance. China is demonstrating high-value transactions. The United States is building technical infrastructure. This global approach means Pi Network isn't dependent on any single market or regulatory environment. If one region faces challenges, others continue growing and developing. The 160-plus countries with active sellers on Pifest shows just how worldwide Pi Network's reach has become. This global presence is exactly what's needed for international retail adoption. As a Pi Network user, you're not just holding cryptocurrency, you're participating in a financial revolution. Every time you engage with Pi merchants, you're helping prove the viability of decentralized payments. Completing your KYC verification ensures you're ready when major retailers begin accepting Pi. Setting up and securing your Pi wallet prepares you for seamless transactions. Participating in the ecosystem by using Pi for purchases, even small ones, helps demonstrate real-world demand to potential retail partners. While I can't give you exact dates for when your local supermarket will accept Pi, I can tell you that the foundation is being built rapidly. Major retailers often run small pilot programs before full implementation. We might see grocery chains start with loyalty programs that reward customers with Pi coins, or digital voucher systems that accept Pi payments. These baby steps often lead to full payment integration. The technical infrastructure is ready. The user base is massive and verified. The merchant ecosystem is growing. All the pieces are falling into place for a retail revolution. So there you have it. Pi Network isn't just moving closer to retail integration, it's already happening in markets around the world. From car dealerships in China to hundreds of stores in South Korea, the future of grocery payments with Picoin is becoming reality faster than most people realize. The Open Network launch on February 20th, 2025 marked the beginning of a new era. With over 60 million users, 19 million KYC verified accounts, and growing merchant adoption across 160 plus countries, Pi Network has the foundation needed for mainstream retail success. Yes, challenges exist. Regulatory frameworks need to develop, and technical integration takes time. But the positive indicators, real merchants, actual transactions, and organic adoption show that Pi Network's retail revolution is not a matter of if, but when. Your Pi coins aren't just digital tokens sitting in a wallet. They're your ticket to participate in a financial system that puts power back in your hands. A system where you can buy groceries, pay for services, and conduct business without traditional banking intermediaries. If you found this information valuable and exciting, show your support by hitting that like button right now. Your likes help this content reach more Pi Network enthusiasts who need to know about these developments. Don't forget to write Pi Network to the moon along with your country name and flag in the comments below. I love seeing our global Pi community come together, and I read every single comment. Make sure to subscribe to stay updated on Pi Network's journey toward mainstream adoption. I'll be covering every major development, merchant partnership, and technical breakthrough as Pi continues its march toward revolutionizing how we pay for everything. Share this video with friends who hold Pi or anyone curious about cryptocurrency's real-world applications. The more people who understand Pi's potential, the stronger our community becomes. The retail revolution is here, and Pi Network is leading the charge. Don't just watch it happen, be part of it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll dive even deeper into Pi Network's exciting future.